Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I wanted to share a wonderful story of enormous strength and personal perseverance. I came across a story of Molei Wright and Jeremy Osheim. They were living in Denver, Colorado. Funny because that's where Chris Watts was his whole Frederick, Colorado, right? So not too far. But ironically, they were living not too far in Denver. January 2016, they were sort of headed out to Breckenridge, Colorado to do some ski slopes. It was snowing. It was a beautiful day, perfect weather to go and do a really nice ski slope day. Jeremy was having a wonderful sort of moment in his mind of looking forward to what's ahead and enjoying the moment with Molei together. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a truck came around the corner and just smashed into them. And in a blink of an eye, everything changed for them. His body was literally screaming in pain. Now, Jeremy was 29 years old and Molei was 28 years old when this happened. And as much as Jeremy's body was just screaming in pain, he managed to look over at Molei and he could see that her eyes were open, but that she was just lifeless, that there was really nothing there. So ironically enough, also, there happened to be an Army lieutenant and his wife. His name was Henry Rodriguez. They happened to be driving right behind Jeremy and Molei when this accident happened. So they were very much able to help out. Lieutenant Henry Rodriguez is trained in emergency medicine, so it was a wonderful opportunity, and he was in the right place at the right time for this situation. He was able to move Molei out of the vehicle while his wife was sort of consoling Jeremy, who was really badly trapped at that point. So basically now what had happened with Molly's neck is inside of her neck, her vertebrae was literally basically just shattered. In medical terms, a common description known is that it's internal decapitation. So literally her vertebrae just sort of shattered, leaving her neck or her head attached to her shoulders by just her skin and her muscles. So literally just shattered her neck when this accident happened. For 45 minutes on the side of the highway, Lieutenant Rodriguez, he was pounding on Molly's chest to keep her heart going, keep some life into her. You know, he knew that one wrong move could leave Molei dead or paralyzed, so he was very much protecting her head and her neck, carefully extracting her from all of the twisted rubbish of the vehicle that was sort of wrapped around them now. Brutal, right? But this woman actually survived all of this. Doctors did tell Molly's family that you know, she was in a coma and that they were not sure if once she even did awake, if she was going to be able to have cognitive responses. Was she going to be able to speak or eat or walk or talk or anything that, you know, was taken away from her in that split second? Was she ever going to be able to do that again? And one doctor honestly said that there's a chance that she's not going to make it through this. And Molly's mom was very, very encouraging. And she just said, like, Molei is a fighter and she's not going to let something like this take her out. She's competitive. She's not just going to lie back and take this. So, you know, she basically told the doctors, you know, doesn't matter that her neck is shattered. My daughter is definitely going to survive this. In addition to her shattered neck, she also had fractures in her ribs and other vertebrae, bruises on her lungs, damages to the major arteries, bringing blood into her brain. Hemorrhages all across the surface, blood cells and blood vessels, and brain stem. So it was quite an intense accident that had happened. So, you know, serious brain trauma, but this woman actually persevered to strengthen herself through this. It wasn't long before the doctors were, seeing some signs that she had some movement. She lost 3 months of her life in a coma, but she did now have movement all of a sudden in one of her arms, in one of her legs. She was able to move her eyes from side to side. So things were drastically changing in a good way for her. Jeremy stood by her side the entire time. Absolutely wonderful to see his love for her. I think that helped, that helped her pull through something like this, was just hearing his voice and knowing he was there to help her through this. And he was still there to love her. That was an amazing, I think, thing inside of her mind and her heart to realize, that they had gone through something really scary and traumatic, but that he was still there and he was helping her. Molei spent a total of 6 months in hospital. 2 months of that were at the Craig Center for Cognitive Rehabilitation Therapy. Where she after that was able to sort of move in. 18 months after the crash, she was able to move in and carry on life with her wonderful Jeremy. So I thought that this was an amazing story that I had heard. I thought it was absolutely awesome to hear of her resilience to something so traumatic. So I really wanted to share this with you guys. This past February, Jeremy and Molei were able to go and revisit Breckenridge, where they were going to originally go 2 years earlier for some ski slopes before they almost got killed. So they were able to go back and enjoy the mountains, and through therapy and, constant help, she was able to heal her way through this. She does still deal with, some difficulties, and she may not ever be able to, hold down a really difficult job or something that's very laborious, but she is a wonderful sort of encouragement to the rest of us that are just even going through anything in our own lives. I don't know, like personally, I know I'm going through some things, and I listen to this story and I hear her telling these things, and I'm just shocked at how much she's overcome. It gives me strength and hope to sort of see something like that and believe that, no matter how rough or tough life can be in the moment, you are going to get through it, and there will be an ending to that, So I wanted to share this wonderful story of Molei Wright and just encourage you all that no matter what's sort of happening in your life, that you can carry on and know that there's somebody else that might be going through something that's a million times worse, and that you will get through whatever it is that you're going through. So I hope that this story was encouraging. I will share some photos. The accident was pretty brutal, so there's only going to be one photo of the car crash, but her recovery and her steps along the way to improve her own life is phenomenal. And it's just so empowering to sort of watch somebody do something like that and get through something so traumatic and so crazy. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and if you'd like to give me a thumbs up, that would be great. If you have any comments to add, or you know someone else who's been in a really crazy, scary situation that they survived, please share that in the comment section. I would love to hear. And thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.